Hello YouTube. Today we're gonna be watching Ryan Kaiji's parents finally lost everything. Red alert.
Ryan Kaiji's parents didn't just fumble the bag, they lit it on fire.
Oh, he's so old now. Oh my gosh.
They
Look at him, bro. He's like 20. That is crazy.
lit it
This
on
is
fire.
this is from Ryan Reviews Toys or whatever it is.
Served it as a side dish and then asked for seconds. We're talking about Shion
Oh
and
my
Luan
gosh.
Kaji, the masterminds behind
Kaji.
Ryan's World, who turned their
Ryan's
toddler
World.
into a walking ATM
That's what it
and are
was.
now watching their empire crumble faster than a house of cards in a hurricane. And honestly, it's about time. So let me paint
It's
you a
about
picture
time,
of how we
apparently.
got here. Back in 2015, these two decided their 3-year-old opening toy boxes was peak entertainment. Fast forward
I'm gonna be honest with you, I have never seen a single freaking Ryan's World video. I saw no reason to. I'm like, why would I watch this? This seems crazy.
few years, and Ryan becomes the highest paid YouTuber on the planet.
What? Wait, for real? He's the highest. Oh
Making in
my
over
gosh.
$20 million annually. Not bad for a kid
That
who
is
can barely tie
crazy.
shoelaces, right? But here's where it gets interesting.
$20 million annually.
While Ryan was busy being a human cash cow, his parents were busy being, well, his parents turned managers, turned exploiters, turned whatever you call people who profit off their child's childhood. And so the Kajis quit their actual jobs.
My gosh.
Luan was a chemistry teacher, Shion was an engineer, to become full-time Ryan's World content farmers.
That is crazy. But 20 mil a year is actually so nuts. That's a mind, like,
They hired
that number is so big.
a 30-person production team, incorporated Sunlight Entertainment,
A
and
year.
basically turned their house into a content factory with Ryan as the star employee. Except here's where the water gets murky, because Ryan wasn't necessarily in a position to negotiate contracts or ask
True.
for bathroom breaks.
Wait, you can't even go to the bathroom? Bro, just wear a diaper. Easy bathroom breaks.
But that didn't matter to his parents, because by 2019, Ryan's face was plastered on everything from Walmart
Oh my
toys
gosh.
to Colgate toothpaste. The kid had his own Macy's parade balloon as Red Titan. Not to mention, they built a billion-dollar brand on shoulders that were still growing. But
Damn, that is crazy. I can't imagine how mind-numbing it would be as a kid. If you had that many toys, I'm like, you're just not gonna be excited for any other toy.
even back then, people were side-eyeing this whole operation harder than a suspicious TikTok dance trend. Now, because of this,
Bro,
critics
he's already
weren't just
50.
throwing
Look at
shade.
him.
They were launching full solar eclipses. The FTC launched an investigation because apparently turning your living room into a 24/7 advertisement disguised as playtime raises some eyebrow. Who would have thought, right?
Who would have thought?
Consumer advocates accused them of deceiving millions of kids with ads that look like regular content. It's almost like preschoolers can't tell the difference between Ryan loves this toy and Ryan's getting paid to love this toy. The family even had to rebrand from Ryan.
I wonder when he started, like, because obviously this kid, I don't know. I've not seen, like I said, I have not seen a single Ryan's World video. But I wonder when he turned like professional, when he went full on. Oh, I gotta do this or else we don't eat.
Ryan's Toys review,
You know,
to Ryan's
stuff
World
like
to
that.
make it sound less commercial. That's
Let's
like
be honest, they
calling
made
a
20 mil a
casino,
year already.
Fun Money Adventure Center.
should be good
Same
already.
energy, different packaging. But the sponsored content kept flowing because apparently ethics don't pay the bills like overworking Ryan does. And speaking of that, let's talk numbers. Ryan was filming up to 25 segments every week across multiple channels. 25. That's more
25.
content than most adult YouTubers produce in months. And this kid was still learning multiplication table. Every aspect of his life became monetized.
Did he even go to school though?
Entertainment,
Wouldn't have time.
vlogs, science experiments, daily routine.
25 a
The
year,
boy couldn't
a week.
brush his teeth without it becoming content. And the worst part is that no laws protected Ryan's earnings the way they protect child actors in Hollywood. All that money legally
Parents.
belonged to mommy and daddy. So while Ryan was out here being the family breadwinner,
Crazy.
his parents were the ones holding the bread and the butter and probably the entire grocery store. But karma doesn't forget addresses, and it definitely doesn't skip YouTube channels. Because
25.8 million
and the
subscribers
Kaji
on that
empire
channel.
is collapsing harder than a Jenga tower in an earthquake. Remember when Ryan's World was pulling in over 1 billion views per video? Those days
1 billion per video? What is that? That is insane. 1 billion views per video?
These are deader than flip phones. New videos now struggle to break 100,000 views. We're
Well, yeah, he's
talking
not a
about
freaking child
70%
anymore.
drop in viewership, which for a channel of this size, that's not a decline. That's a free fall with no parachute. Now, the reasons are both obvious and satisfying. Ryan grew up, and so did his audience. The 5-year-olds who used to worship him are now preteens who think the same content his parents are forcing him to make is, well, cringe. Meanwhile, new toddlers aren't interested in watching a teenager pretend to be excited about toys. It's kind of like watching your older brother play with action figures. It's just awkward and uncomfortable for everyone involved. But wait.
What's wrong with playing with action figures? I don't own any, but I don't see anything wrong with that. Come on.
It gets even worse for Ryan's parents. YouTube has
If you
since
genuinely
changed its
enjoy it,
algorithm after
I
they
think
put
it's
the crackdown,
cringe to
and
think
suddenly
it's
channels
to
featuring
criticize
kids
someone for
weren't
it.
getting the
I think you're
royal
mega
treatment
cringe.
anymore. The
It's
result,
cringe, but you're
Luan
mega cringe for thinking
self-admitted
it's
they lost
cringe.
70% of their income practically overnight. Again,
Overnight?
70%. That's not a pay cut, that's financial amputation. And just when you thought Ryan's parents couldn't dig themselves a deeper hole, they decided to make a movie called Ryan's World, the movie. Titan
Yeesh.
Universe Adventure. Sounds epic, right? Yeah.
No.
This cinematic masterpiece managed to gross a whopping $624,000 against a $10 million budget.
$10 million budget. Hey, that's what I call a loss.
They lost nearly $9.5 million on what was essentially a very expensive home video. Theaters were emptier than a Logan Paul apology, and by the third weekend, indie films nobody had heard of were outgrossing Ryan's Hollywood debut. The movie flopped so
That's
hard
not
you could
that high
hear
a
the
bar to
echo in
gross
empty
that. I
theaters,
feel like if you're
and
gonna
honestly, it's poetic justice that the project, which was
10
seen as a
million.
quick money grab by Ryan's parents, ended up accelerating their downfall instead. Because here's where the story gets really dark. As Ryan started showing signs of being over the whole YouTube thing, appearing tired,
He's
reluctant,
done, bro. He's
speaking in
done.
flat tones like he'd rather be literally anywhere else, his parents made
He
a
would
move that
rather
would
be playing
make even
Fortnite
the
right now.
greediest stage parents blush. They started pushing his younger twin sisters, Emma and Kate, into the spotlight. The girls, who are only 7 years old, now have their own animation series and
Really?
are increasingly featured in family content. It's like watching
next
someone
generation.
finish draining one well and then
Ryan's
immediately
World?
start digging
Now it's
another.
Brian's
The internet's
World.
reaction was absolute disgust. Comments like, Ryan made his parents $34 million and now they're exploiting his baby sisters, started flooding social media. And so the public opinion shift has been brutal and well deserved. People are finally seeing the Kajis for what they always were. Two adults who monetized their children's innocence and called it family content. The fact that multiple states have rushed to pass kidfluencer laws requiring parents to set aside earnings for their children is basically society admitting the Kaji model
Wait, did they make an actual law to just for this
was
case?
exploitation all along. Even recent interviews with the family have been particularly telling. When Ryan appeared on a podcast, viewers noticed how uncomfortable he looked, how little he spoke, and how his parents did most of the talking.
my.
Comments poured in predicting a future Netflix documentary about how his parents robbed him blind. People are literally counting down the years until Ryan turns 18 and can tell
Wait,
his
how old
real
is Ryan?
story. But as of now, the Kajis are
He looks
desperately
older
trying to keep their sinking ship afloat.
than a child.
They
He
are
looks older than he
recycling
was.
old footage of younger Ryan, using his face in thumbnails for videos he barely appears in, and pushing the twins harder than a Black Friday sale. But the writing's on the wall. By 2029 or 2030, when Ryan's 18 and the twins are 12, this whole operation will finally collapse under its own greed. And you know what? Good. The fall of
Good.
Ryan's World isn't just karma, it's a cautionary tale about what happens when you build an empire on a child's back. The Kajis turned their son into the most famous kid on the internet, but in doing so, they also guaranteed their own downfall. They still have money, sure, they've got their Hawaiian mansion and product lines, but
They already got the money, bro. They already made out so much. Dude, if that was me making 20 mil a year, I would have stopped at a year. Dude, I'm good.
Golden Goose is cooked. Their reputation is in
I just started
shambles,
streaming.
and their legacy will forever be those parents who use their kid for YouTube fame. The gravy train has officially derailed, and honestly, it couldn't have happened to more deserving people. So here's to Ryan Kaji. May he finally get the normal teenage years he deserves. And here's to his parents. May they enjoy watching their empire crumble from the mansion their son's childhood
Well,
brought
there
them.
you go.
Sometimes the best revenge is just letting karma do its job. And in this case, karma's working overtime. But let me know in the comments what you think about Ryan's parents, and I'll see you in the next video.
Well, Ryan's parents, they're, I don't know. Anyways, peace.